Hello, it's John Oliver again, giving another um, episode about education using video. And just was watching a YouTube documentary about civilization, a BBC special. Very fascinating, very fascinating. Didn't know that it's talking about. It's a BBC special, and I want to just put a shout out for BBC, a remarkable, wonderful organization for the remarkable, wonderful things in my life, and put treasures online for free. Just amazing. And also, I thank God for National Geographic, and those are two big documentary players out there. There's other great ones too. But two things that struck me. One was that the crucifix, Christ hanging on the cross, the pictorial artistic demonstration of that was not common until about the year 1000, nor was celebrating the Mass. It came after Charlemagne died. There was a period of 100 years when there's very little writing, but a lot of artwork in Europe. And I had no idea of that. And the other thing that been meaning to say before was that because of YouTube, thankfully, and Netflix, and other publishers too, I have been allowed to see artifacts up close. Go into museums, go into see um, monuments, pyramids, that's what we call those things, pyramids, and how they're made, and the graphic arts to see how the pyramids were made, and how the ships were made, and how the canals were made. And I mean, I'm familiar with Venice, having never been there, because I've seen several documentaries about it. Um, that's amazing. I mean, I could have read a lot of books, seen a few photos, diagrams 100 years ago before photos, but this is remarkable. Again, I'm a visual learner. I don't know which is chicken or egg, but I learn a lot visually. Um, I bring it to your attention, and I commend that to you for your edification, for edifying other people that God brings into your world, whether they be children, grandchildren, friends, relatives, members of your congregation, people seeking after knowledge. I mean, the bottom line is the life insurance tables, actuarial tables say you're going to live to be over 80 years old, and then you're going to die. Probably you may die before then. I don't know. You can do something with your life, and think back the last 5 or 10 or 20 years. What have you done with your life? What are you do the next 5, 10, 20 years? What difference is it going to make when you're gone 100, 200 years from now? One of the things that I want to advocate is for people to leave a legacy and to consider posterity. Consider those who come behind you, 1, 2, 3, and more generations afterward, in terms of how what you do, what you don't do, how you do it, can help them, can serve them, can influence them. And it may all be in vain. Maybe this whole world will blow up, or will be raptured, or it'll all, who knows. I mean, major disaster could occur. I'm well aware of that, but probably it won't. Um, so again, how do you prepare to live 100, to be 100 years old and be ready to die tomorrow, and live within that peculiar paradox and dynamic? Um, but I mean, in my mind, I can see artifacts in museums and much art, because and brilliant experts gave me tours and explanations of it. They brought it to life. Um, that's invaluable, and I paid nothing for it. I mean, I didn't go to Europe. I didn't go to museums. I didn't have jet lag. I didn't. I don't have any postcards from the Louvre. I've been to the Louvre dozens of times and never having set foot in it. Um, I'm sure it's better to go to the Louvre, but hey, I've been to a lot of other museums and a lot of other monuments for free. So I just commend that to you and to those that you teach. Oh, I've got a new thing to end things with. If you desire satisfaction, then I recommend that you seek truth, express love, and contribute to your community. Nice conclusion.